A simple trick in chicken turns into a 5-star restaurant dish. To start, I place a rack over 3 chicken breasts and make parallel cuts. In a bowl, I add a 1/4 cup of olive oil, a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of chimichurri, 5 minced garlic cloves to give our recipe that special Sunday flavor. I add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. I cover it with plastic wrap and let it marinate for 30 minutes. Now I slice 200 grams of mushrooms. Next, we're going to slice 2 red onions into half-moon shapes. In a baking dish, I add the sliced onion. Then I place the delicious mushrooms one by one. And right after that, I add 2 tomatoes sliced into rounds. And before I forget, tell me which city you're watching from so I can send you a special shout-out. Today's shout-out goes to Rachel Thompson from Halifax, Canada. I'm really happy you're enjoying our recipes. Now I arrange the chicken breasts on top of the tomato. And then I bake it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 minutes. After baking, I top it with mozzarella to taste to make our delicious recipe even more flavorful. Then I return it to the oven to melt and brown the cheese for 15 more minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. This always grabs attention when I put it on the table. The smell, the color, everything shows it came out just right. It looks like something from a restaurant, but it's one of those recipes you get the hang of quickly. I like to take my time at this point because that's when you really see the result of the whole preparation. You know that feeling when you know you nailed it? That's it. The texture already shows it turned out perfectly, and every time I make it, it feels like it turns out better than the last.
This is probably the best chicken breast I have ever made. I'll start by cutting a chicken breast in half. I made this preparation very detailed so you can achieve an amazing result in the kitchen. Then, I'll place plastic wrap on top so I can pound it with a meat mallet. Pound it well, you'll see how worth it is to make a recipe like this for dinner. I'll add wheat flour to this bowl here. Now, I'll coat the entire chicken, making sure to cover all sides properly. Tell me from which city you're watching us so I can send you a special greeting. Today's greeting goes to Michael Johnson from New York. I'm happy that you're enjoying our recipes. In a bowl, I'll add 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, 3 cloves of garlic chopped, parsley to taste, 1/2 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. I'll mix everything well until all the ingredients are perfectly combined. It should have this texture, perfect for the next step. Now, I'll take the chicken breast that I coated and dip it into the mixture. It's really easy to make. If you have any doubts, just follow what I'm doing. It will turn out perfect. Simple, quick, and irresistible. This recipe is perfect for any occasion. Try it at home and let me know what you think. Now it's ready for the next step. I'll add 2 tablespoons of butter. Stir well as it melts. You'll be amazed at how easy it is to create something so delicious and special. Now, it's time to fry it. This is one of those recipes that you make once and never forget. So tasty and practical. When it reaches this golden color, it's perfect. In the same pan, I'll add 1 cup of chicken broth, 2 cloves of garlic chopped, 2 tablespoons of lime juice, Parsley to taste. 1 tablespoon of butter. Stir well while it cooks. You'll notice the color changes to this beautiful shade. Now, place the chicken in the pan to cook in the sauce. Turn it over so the mixture gets fully absorbed by the chicken. I have to confess, the smell of this dish is incredible. Surprise your family with a wonderful dinner by preparing this amazing recipe. Now, just transfer it to a plate, cut it, and taste this delight. Look at this fantastic appearance. It's perfect. If you look closely, the texture is also very tender. If you're looking for flavor, convenience, and speed, you've just found the best recipe on the internet. This chicken is totally worth making for dinner. It's perfect for gathering the family. If you like this preparation method, you're going to love my next tips. I still have many other secret recipes to share, so stay tuned and don't miss anything.
You can make this cake in a pan. It's super quick and easy, a practical and delicious recipe. To start, I add 1 tablespoon of butter to the pan and let it melt completely. The butter has fully melted. Now I add 1 heaping tablespoon of sugar. I stir well to dissolve the sugar and let it caramelize with the butter. The sugar has caramelized, forming a golden, shiny syrup. Now, while the caramel is still hot in the pan, I add pineapple slices. I'm using canned pineapple, but if you prefer, you can use fresh pineapple. I arrange the slices evenly around the pan, making sure they are well placed. Done! All the pineapple slices are now on the bottom of the pan. Now, I set this aside while I prepare the cake batter. In a bowl, I add 1 egg, 3 tablespoons of sugar, and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. The vanilla extract will give the batter a delicious aroma and a special flavor. I mix well until the sugar is fully dissolved. Now, I add half a cup of oil and half a cup of milk. I mix again until all the liquid ingredients are well incorporated. Then, I add 1½ cups of sifted all-purpose flour, which helps make the batter lighter. I stir well until I have a smooth, lump-free mixture. I keep mixing slowly until the texture is silky and even. The batter is now well mixed. Now I add half a tablespoon of baking powder. I stir gently to incorporate the baking powder without losing the fluffiness of the batter. This batter is amazing, super light and full of flavor. Look at this perfect texture, airy and easy to prepare. And the best part is that this recipe is super fast. In less than 5 minutes, the batter is ready to cook. Now I pour the batter over the caramelized pineapple slices. I spread it carefully to make sure all the pineapple is covered. I scrape the bowl well to use all the batter and avoid waste. I spread the batter gently so it's evenly distributed and covers all the slices. Important reminder, the heat is still off so the caramel and pineapple don't burn. Now that everything is ready, I cover the pan with a lid. Then I turn on the heat on very low and let the cake cook for about 15 minutes. Now it's time to flip the cake. To do this, I take a large plate and place it on top of the pan. Very carefully, I flip the cake so that the caramelized side is on top. I turn the heat back on and let it brown for a few more minutes. The cake is now fully cooked and golden brown on both sides. I turn off the heat and remove it from the pan. Using a spatula, I lift it carefully and place it on a serving plate. I put it back on the same plate I flipped it onto to keep a nice presentation. Now, it's time to cut a slice of this wonderful cake. Look at this amazing texture. The caramelized pineapple cake turned out absolutely perfect. Now, all that's left is to enjoy this delicious treat.